Eala exits Australian Open first round, falls to Alycia Parks. Manila, Philippines. Eala couldn't sustain her strong first set win, absorbing a tough 6-0, 3-6, 2-6 loss to American Alycia Parks in the 2026 Australian Open first round on Monday at Melbourne Park. Buoyed by her Filipino fans, Eala came out firing with an emphatic opening set victory before losing steam in the last two frames. The world number 100 Parks carried her momentum into the decider with a 3-1 start before Eala made it a 1-point deficit with a crucial fifth game win. The 25-year-old Parks completed a comeback from 30-40 in the seventh game to move on the verge of victory, 5-2. The world number 49 Eala took her last stand, coming back from a 0-30 deficit in the eighth game and taking 2 break points. Parks regained the match point with a strong forehand hit, followed by a sharp serve that forced Eala to miss her return. Parks, who survived Eala in an hour and 56 minutes, battles Karolina Muchova of Czechia in the next round. The Filipinos, who were warned by the umpires several times due to their noise, gave Eala some love before exiting the court. The 20-year-old took some time to accommodate some fans and thank them. Eala survived a tight first game, drawing the first blood after 8 break points. She blanked Parks in the next game en route to a 6-0 win. However, she faltered in the second set and had to overcome a 0-3 start. But she never wavered and dominated the next 3 games to tie the set at 3-all. The American netter showed composure and bagged the next 3 games to force the decider. The Filipino tennis sensation made her Australian Open main draw debut after 3 first-round exits in the qualifiers. Eala, a 2020 Australian Open girls doubles champion, will compete in the doubles tournament, teaming up with Brazilian Ingrid Martins as they battle Magda Linette of Poland and Shuko Aoyama of Japan. The rally that wasn't Eala's Australian Open journey. The sun hovered bright and expectant over Melbourne Park on that Monday afternoon, but the amassed crowd at Court 6 seemed to cast its own glow, not from the sky above, but from the cheering passion of Filipinos who had traveled, queued, chanted, and waited for hours just to witness a moment that felt historic. For many, this was no ordinary tennis match. This was Eala, the 20-year-old sensation from the Philippines, stepping back onto a Grand Slam stage with nothing less than the collective hopes of a nation cascading through every seat hewn around the hard court. She had come to Melbourne not merely as a participant but as an unmissable story, a rising star whose vibrant presence on the WTA Tour was signaling new possibilities. A first real chance to conquer the only major that had remained elusive, the venue that had proven most stubborn, the Australian Open. The queue to reach Court 6 snaked back toward Rod Laver Arena. Fans hoisted Filipino flags like beacons of pride. Voices in unison cried, "Let's go Alex," as soon as her name appeared on the player board. Yet for all the spectacle, for all the sheer energy radiating from those stands, competitive tennis doesn't always bend to the will of the crowd, or to the dreams that ride on every rally. A start to make history. When play began, it felt as if history might indeed be written in a single set. From the first ball, Eala seized control. Her footwork was vibrant, her precision immaculate. Each shot seemed to dance between tactical ice and creative fire. Game by game, she dismantled American Alycia Parks' serve and rhythm, unspooling a first set so dominant that it was sealed 6-0. The bagel, in tennis parlance, rare, emphatic, and the kind of statement that sends tremors through a draw. Parks, known for her big serve and aggressive firepower, looked unsettled, repeatedly hurried into defensive positions, unable to match the tactical clarity and on-point intensity that Eala exhibited. In 34 minutes, the scoreboard cemented Eala's command. At that point, the narrative seemed inevitable, the crowd's roar distilled into belief, the Filipino phenomenon riding an unstoppable wave. Momentum shifts, and the unforgiving grind. But tennis, like life, is seldom linear. The second set began to tell another story. Parks, the 25-year-old American with a career high ranked outside the top tier but no stranger to big stages, found her footing. The rhythm returned. Every serve seemed heavier, her movement sharper. With a 3-0 lead, the momentum tilted, not wildly, but increasingly surely. Eala didn't wilt. She fought back to level at 3-3, showing grit and resilience. But Parks, steady and assertive, claimed the final games to take the set 6-3. In the deciding third set, Parks' confidence grew. She broke early, positioning herself to extend the battle deeper into the tournament. For every ferocious rally that fans hoped might swing the tide back toward Eala, Parks answered, sometimes with a booming serve, sometimes with patient baseline precision. In the end, the American closed out the match 6-2, completing a comeback that was as dramatic as it was relentless. Scoreline doesn't tell the whole story. On paper, scores might seem cold, 6-0, 3-6, 2-6. But such a summary belies the layers beneath. In that opening set, viewers saw Eala at her tactical sharpest, breaking serve after a grueling first game that tested both nerves and endurance. In other accounts, Parks responded with 12 service aces over the course of the match, a testament to her recovery and competitive recalibration. Meanwhile, the Filipino star may have felt both electricity and pressure in equal measure. There are intangible dynamics in sport, the weight of expectation, the subtle clash between faith and focus, that the official numbers never fully capture. For many watching, it wasn't simply a loss. It was evidence of the razor-thin line between momentum and mishap, brilliance and burnout, hope and heartbreak. The crowd that became a story. Across social media and spectator accounts, one theme was unmistakable. The crowd became almost a character in its own right, vociferous, immersive, passionate. Court 6 was overwhelmed. Fans seemed to wrap around the matches like a tidal wave of support. But along with that came discussions about the intensity of the backing and its impact on match etiquette and on Eala's rhythm. Viewers noted the passion, the drama, even the moments where excitement threatened to eclipse silence when it was needed, a reminder that tennis demands a unique blend of cheer and contemplative quiet. Yet for all its noise, that crowd represented something bigger, a generation awakening to the possibilities of tennis, a diaspora gathering under flags abroad to celebrate one of their own, an entire nation feeling seen in an arena halfway around the world. More than a defeat, Eala's singles exit doesn't define her, not by a long shot. Her tally of accomplishments is already remarkable. She became the first Filipino to break inside the WTA top 50. She won significant titles and made deep runs against top players. She had earlier played the Australian Open qualifiers in 3 consecutive years, yet returned this year in the main draw with more experience and higher ranking. Her path continues beyond a single match. After singles play, she will still take part in doubles competition alongside Brazil's Ingrid Martins, offering another platform to showcase her resilience and adaptability.